All right, let's see this whack-ass arena. It looked like a triangle made out of 3 circles in the live letter. Oh, God. All right, I'm gonna read all the raid story and stuff. Whoa, what the? An unwelcome visitor. Claudian's eyes are brimming with excitement of discovery. Perhaps we should start from the beginning. With the crystal set adrift upon the ethereal tides containing the memories of a party yet unknown. They cried out for deliverance from Pandemonium, where the ancients kept volatile creations under lock and key. You yourself witnessed the power devouring the facility from within, and the advent of a divine monstrosity wrought of mythic beast and powerful mage. Your martial prowess and the combined magical talents of your companions Themis and Ericdonios was sufficient to restore the order of the circles of Asphodelos. But the greater threat remains. In the depths of Pandemonium, a presence yet stirs, its intentions and identity shrouded in mystery. Since you returned to us, we worked tirelessly to discern the nature of the crystal. In the process, I detected an anomalous etheric signature, which I believe arose from the memories stored within. Analysis of this pattern suggested a feeling of loss or yearning, specifically the yearning to be made whole. And indeed, ambient readings have revealed a faint identical signature. This can only mean that another such crystal exists in our time. Oh, so my friend, I must depart to search for it forthwith. By tracing the matching etheric signature to its source, I believe it will be a simple matter to find our crystal's twin. Professor, will this expedition be carried out by only us, or will Nuccio grace us with her protection? I should probably go with you. I'm afraid she has more pressing matters to attend to. My dear Rusnad, namely, to seek out the secrets which lie nestled within Pandemonium, where this all began. Oh, well, good luck. As for you, my loyal assistants, I would ask you to remain here and continue cataloging the ancient creations. Do you intend to search for the crystal on your own? Why, yes, that would be the most efficient use of resources, would it not? And probably the most dangerous, psycho. I've already commissioned a ship and pilot for that very purpose. I trust you to take good care of the laboratory in my absence. He's dead. That's the last time we see him. He didn't even say bye! Okay. For reasons unknown, the crystal seems loath to be overheard. Much as it spoke only to you last time, none but the professor has been able to capture its ethereal yearning, which has served only to convince him that he can solve this puzzle on his own. Surely after some time alone, he'll come to remember how valuable we are. The search for this crystal seemed to be a simple enough matter. Let him have his own adventure, and upon his return, I'm certain he'll be back to his usual self. As for you, Nuccio, it may be the best to return to Pandemonium, as Professor Claudian suggested. There is something I would have you investigate in my stead. While those creations confined within Pandemonium are considered to be failures, I doubt that's their whole story. Bearing exceptional cases, they must have been under observation in Elpis before being co-signed to their shackles. And if we know anything about the ancients, it's that they would have kept thorough records of the results. Yep, that's true. Not a bad plan at all. Oh, Themis is here. I didn't even realize. I thought he was a player. What's up, man? You seek the records of Pandemonium's creations. Master Themis has just finished perusing the very same. Oh, good idea. I should not be surprised that we both arrived at the same conclusion. Luckily, I have saved you the trouble and gleaned what information I could. I was thinking the same thing, Claudian being a sundered Ascian. The fact that the crystal was speaking to him kind of alludes to that, right? Who knows, maybe he may be more important than we initially were led on to believe. I have undone warding sigil blocking the entrance to Abyssos. I came here merely to chase an idle suspicion while awaiting your return. Fortunately, while Pandemonium's protective wards continue to be assailed by our unknown foe, there have been no fluctuations so great as to make me doubt Ericdonius' capacity to keep watch over Asphodelos while I'm away. He works diligently to master interment, that he might deliver the creations back to their cages by his own hand. I thought it best to give him time to hone his craft. Maybe he's Eric? That would kind of make sense. They look kind of similar, but, you know, that doesn't really matter, I guess. And since fate has brought us both here, I would ask you to accompany me while I attend another matter. More idle suspicions that I would like to chase down. I simply have a few questions to ask an acquaintance of mine. Come, he has agreed to meet us near the Neuse to Pandemonium. I could not help but be mystified by how strongly the warders we encountered felt for La Habrea, whether it be for good or ill. Hesperos and Ericdonios were two sides of the same coin. The former looked to his mentor with absolute devotion, while the latter looks to his father with bald hatred. Bald. There were many other aspects of the facility's particulars I found troubling besides. I decided the best course of action would be to go straight to the source and pose my questions to a member of the wards of La Habrea. Hello, person. I understand you are conducting an investigation of Pandemonium and wish to know of its origins. Indeed, in particular, I wish to know why exactly Pandemonium was built directly under Elpis. The facility is overseen by the Words of La Brea, after all. Why keep it so close to Elpis, whose governing body has no say in its day-to-day operations? I mean, I could see why they would put it there, right? It's because they make the stuff on Elpis, and they wouldn't want to, like, transport it, like the creations, you know? And everyone's around, so, like, they can keep tabs on it. At first, I thought it to be simply a matter of convenience. Right. Those creations which were deemed failures by the researchers of Elpis could easily be ushered into their new homes. Exactly what I was thinking. Imagine my surprise when a trip to the archives revealed that many of the creations were sent from organizations beyond Elpis, including from the Words of La Brea themselves. Given this, albeit limited information, I cannot but feel that the Academia Niter would have been a more fitting locale. What does Elpis have that cannot be found there? These are fitting questions, and ones we have asked ourselves many times in recent years. Alas, the nature of Pandemonium's construction does not lend itself to relocation. When first it was built, circumstances weren't as they were now. As you surmise, the majority of creations kept within Pandemonium were sent from Elpis. Yet as the years passed, interests changed. Failures in creations deemed too flawed even to submit to Elpis paradoxically drew the attention of Pandemonium's researchers. That is quite the change, and in fact almost runs counter to the facility's original purpose. Who is it that decides which creations will be subject of research? Master La Brea. Such authority is reserved for the chief keyword, and he has taken it upon himself to step into that role. So if Pandemonium's resources were being misused, it would be under La Brea's authority, correct? Uh-oh. Ooh. I know not what you're suggesting, but the keywords also hold some sway within the facility. Not even Master La Brea would be free from their scrutiny. They are duty-bound to report any irregularities as soon as possible. Although I admit, as of late, their communication has been somewhat sporadic. We but recently received a report from one of the keywords stating that all is well within Pandemonium's halls. Really? And you are certain that a keyword sent it? Yes, of course. Our communications suffered a temporary obstruction, but I can assure you that the words did their due diligence in confirming the identity of the sender. Thank you. This information will be helpful to my investigation. That will be all for my prying. So, are they not aware of what just happened in Asphodelos? Are they, like, trying to keep it on the down low? Do they not know that it was us? All is well. A blatant lie. And to that, we can both attest. One of the remaining keywords is most certainly in league with the party behind this. Let us hurry. I know not what our adversary said in that report, but 'tis plain we must return to the Pandemonium with haste. That is concerning. Okay. When he said, yeah, it's all fine down there, both me and Themis look at each other like, oh. Also, who's this unwelcome visitor of the quest? I cannot guess as to why this false report has arisen now, but it certainly bodes ill. As is the knowledge that our mysterious mastermind has at least one more keyword to puppet. Regardless, they have tipped their hint, and we would be remiss to leave Ericthonios at the mercy of their machinations. Let us hope no harm has befallen him. I wonder who the other keyword is. It's me. It's Hildebrand. Not quite. Doesn't he kind of look like Claudian? I've traced these sigils countless times, yet still I lack the strength to maintain the spell. And now time works against me. I can no longer be victim to my own ineptitude. What? Who goes there? Oh, wait, it's one of the bird things from P3. Huh? Hehe. There is something to be admired in such single-minded effort, even if your methods leave much to be desired. Hide if you will, but mark my words, I will find you and make you pay for the chaos you've sown. There is no need for such hostility. A calm heart stays the course. The wisdom of La Brea, your father. And how would you know what wisdom he speaks? I've heard those words many times. The scolding of a tutor whose students struggled to grasp the most rudimentary lessons, seething with disgust. Not told that to anyone, not even keyword Hesperos. That can only mean one thing. That you still insist on mocking me. Stop this farce, La Brea. At last, you move to keep up. Pity that you remained behind, nevertheless. As ever you are, always you fail to learn, fail to understand, fail to act. And though fate deigned to offer an escape, you remain here. You are bereft of magical prowess and common sense both. But you need not despair. Dull though you may be, you are yet indispensable to Pandemonium's great experiment. There's the affection I remember. Tell me, did I ever once measure up to your expectations? You shall. Take pride in that, and rejoice to see your wish fulfilled. What? What wish? Come, and all shall be revealed. All this rage, this hatred, is but a consequence of ignorance, Our desires align more than you know. Do we get to fight Eric Thanios too? Uninvited guests join our reunion. It seems fortune no longer favors you. Do you think I have any interest in listening to your prattle, let alone bowing to your will? I'm no longer a child, and my faith lies with those who have earned it. So these are the heroes who brought Hesperos low, even as power divine flowed through his veins. Power divine flowed through his veins. This plane, there are worthier subjects to contend with. The way he said that makes it seem like there's some like insane godlike creature that they're like trying to infect other creatures with. Power divine flowed through his veins. And Laha Brea was talking about that, like not... Maybe he was talking about himself? I don't think it was. Yeah, hearing an Ascian call something divine is scary. Exactly. Thank you. If you had shown up even a moment later, I shudder to think what would have become of me. I know who's behind this. There's but one person who can hold thrall over familiar creation and keyword alike. Laha Brea was the driving force behind this chaos from the start. There are few with the wherewithal to even consider experimentation on such a scale, let alone the capacity to create demigods from man and beast, with the rest of us none the wiser. Considering the magnitude of his work with the convocation and the words, his relatively minor role as chief keyword comes under little scrutiny. Even as it provides him the authority to wield dangerous magics, it may serve as veil and mantle both. Still, I find the notion hard to accept. The misdeeds perpetrated here could not have been done by Laha Brea, I know. You have met him, yes? Do you think he is capable of this? Oh yeah, for sure he is. Laha Brea is capable of far more than you know. Yes. So you believe Laha Brea is the man of few scruples if it brings his goals closer in reach. That alone should be enough, but let me assure you, Laha Brea holds nothing so dear as his ambition. While he may not be one to let emotion stand in the way of his mission, I cannot believe there are no depths to which he would not stoop. The impression he left on me stands in stark contrast of your evaluation. Those methods are ever unorthodox. They seemed guided by a firm understanding of what is just. There's one way to find out for certain. We delve deeper into Pandemonium and pull back the curtain on this mystery ourselves. I would not deny the truth if I saw with my own eyes, even if it was discomfiting to behold. As a precaution, I shall safeguard you with a simple spell. This will ensure that even should we become separated, my Phantom Warriors will still come to your aid. Anybody else think that Laha Brea is like being influenced right now? I don't want to say, it seems like he's tempered, but I know it's not tempering, right? I don't know. I think this is down the staircase from the Hesperos arena. Oh! Oh! Whoa! This song! That guitar was awesome! Mythic Creation, Proto Carbuncle. Hey, whose dog is this, bruh? Alright, we only saw this arena with a Lalafell in the live letter and it looked kind of small. I wonder if it looks even smaller now. Oh wow, this arena is tiny. I love this song. Searing Ray. Let's get behind him. Yep. So he had the staff symbol. Ruby Glow. Raid wide? Yes, raid wide. Cool looking raid wide too. I'm gonna stand right here. I think it's gonna reflect back behind him, right? Oh yeah, that's so cool. I knew it was a mirror as soon as I saw it in the live letter. Topaz stones. And then they just disappeared. Oh god. I'm gonna get inside one that doesn't have a crystal. Oh yeah, okay, cool. Sonic Howl. Is that a raid wide? Probably a harder hitting raid wide. Yeah. Acidic Slaver. Oh, untargetable. We're all down for the count. Oh! Oh! The arena's gonna fall. Oh no. Bam! Oh shit! Wait, that's awesome! Alright, I'm gonna be that guy. This music sounds like Persona music. Toxic Crunch. Does that have a dot on it? I bet that has a dot on it. It does. It has a poison. Venom Squall. Floor AoEs into spread, I guess. And then a stack. Topaz stones. There's 3 poison ones and oh, okay, so the poison ones expand. I should have tried walking into one of those crystals to see what happens. Oh, is he gonna jump here? What the fuck? I'm gonna stand on one of these blue ones. Oh! It's the order he's gonna jump to. Oh! Okay, cool. That's not too confusing. Those markers look really cool. Wait, what the fuck? Did he pick up the dancer and kill them? What the fuck was that? Topaz cluster. Oh, we're gonna have to go around in a circle. We're gonna have to dodge into this the first one. There is a diagonal mirror in the middle. This corner. Oh no, it's gonna reflect behind him. Yeah. Oh my god, that guitar is so good. That's awesome. What a neat little fight. Even alone, you are a force to be reckoned with. Part of me is glad you emerged victorious, that I might observe you further. Oh, hey, La Habrea. Were the circumstances different, I might thank you for keeping my son alive for this long, but I believe we can forego introductions, unless I have misread you? Oh my la. Am I supposed to know who you are? Who are you? La Habrea. Passively perceptive. Yes, I am La Habrea. Of the Convocation of 14. If you truly are who you claim to be, then answer this question. That can wait. Can it? Mod check? What is this? Now this is curious. The trap I wove at your feet reacts to aether, but you remain unaffected. Such thin aether, and an unfamiliar composition besides. It is of no matter, I suppose. A more direct approach will beget the same results. I would advise you to think carefully before deciding your next action. Strike me down here, and Erichtonius' wish shall remain unfulfilled. Never again shall he meet with Athena. But Athena's dead! Whoops, why are you talking about Athena becoming relevant again in the story? She's dead. I'm gonna go back in the VOD, find all those people's names who said her name wouldn't come up because she's dead again, and I'm gonna send them that screenshot and tell them to go fuck themselves. I was right. I was fucking right. I knew it. I called it. Nobody believed me. That's my rant on that. Listen well, Erichtonius. We have the same mind concerning your mother. You have your allies for protection, so what harm is there in hearing me out? There's a question I must needs ask first. If you truly are La Habrea, why speak such blatant lies? Bitter in defeat, are we? Say my name. Themis, was it? A trifle soon forgotten, as are you. I have my answer. The La Habrea that I knew took pride in the Convocation and would never suffer its denigration. Oh? You sully his station with this farce. Yeah, that's not La Habrea, is it? I think the real La Habrea is being held prisoner somewhere. Themis, what are you saying? La Habrea and I hardly saw eye to eye, but I know his voice when I hear it. Indeed, he makes a passing fine imitation in appearance and manner. However, the real La Habrea would never call me by the name Themis. Boom! What trouble have you gotten yourself into, Elidibus? Oh my gosh! Imposter! You have no right to claim that form, that mask. Who? Is that the crazy red hair guy from the art? What? Who? 'Twas a mask that sickened me to wear. The mask of La Habrea, a man who values his position above all, who would murder his own wife in pursuit of duty. Yet you would assume my name and wield powers that are mine by right? Any worth you may have hinges on that which you so despise. Such trite provocations. I will not be goaded into finishing this ere my work is done. Erichtonius, listen well. I am Hephaestus, and it is I whom you should call father. What in the Star Wars? I believe an explanation is in order. Elidibus, let us return to safety so you may provide it. Didn't even acknowledge Eric. As La Habrea said, I am Elidibus, one of the Convocation and emissary of their will. For reasons which do not involve you, it was necessary to hide my identity for investigating this place. Still, that hardly excuses my deception. Also, is anyone else just like not surprised at all that was Elidibus? I had a feeling. I think we all just assumed that was him because it just looked like him. Please, help him. Save him. Hi, Athena. I can't believe I was right. I can't believe I was fucking right. After my dear friend Azem and I detected irregularities in Pandemonium, we decided the best course of action would be to hide my station as I conducted my investigation. I am sure La Habrea as well is eager to find out why I hid who I was, so I shall save that story for later. First, I would like to speak of you, my friend. Although neither Azem nor... I love when they talk about Azem. Oh my god, can you imagine if they show up? I'm gonna fucking shit. You came with her highest recommendation. Oh! That alone was enough for me to accept you as an ally without question. We came with her highest recommendation. Wait, so do They know who we are? I bet you Venat told Azem about us at some point, right? That's probably the only way that could have happened. That somewhere in a world, a guiding star so similar to herself was out there, amused Azem to no end. There was not a shade of doubt in her heart that you would be a formidable ally. What? That's so cool! Furthermore, I have heard stories that Mistress Venat, who held the position of Azem previously, journeyed with a familiar much like yourself. That made the decision to trust you all the easier. Okay. Yeah, that answers that. If she placed her absolute faith in you, I knew I would be in capable hands. Aware, though, I was of the path you had walked, I had no interest in exposing you. Merely, I wanted to meet you. Wait, I want to scale this to be a little bigger. I may know but a small portion of your whole story, but that is enough for me to believe that you would never lead me astray. I wanted to tell you that. What is that thing that called himself La Habrea, and why is he a spitting image of your younger self? I find it hard to believe you've only just now found out such a being was wreaking havoc in Pandemonium. Did you think matters would simply sort themselves out? I suppose you deserve at least a cursory explanation. I was well aware of the anomalies occurring within Pandemonium, including the fact that Azem and Elidibus had taken it upon themselves to investigate. I saw no reason to insert myself into the situation for a time that was. Imagine my surprise when instead of a formal report from you and yours, I received communication from one of the keywords stating that that research and operations were proceeding as usual. While Hephaestus' deception was almost childish in its simplicity, it became plain to me that your grasp on the situation was slipping. So you knew of his existence from the beginning. I can hardly imagine that you would suffer another masquerade of one of the convocation, not without good reason at least. As you well know, the name La Habrea is but a marker of my station. 'Tis not the name I was born with. Hephaestus has claimed that for himself. I cannot fault him for it, as he is my other half, in a manner of speaking. He knows all that I know, my equal in every way, yet within his heart is naught but greed, envy, and desire. All the emotions that we are loath to acknowledge within ourselves. If what you say is true, what purpose would such a being serve? He's the product of experimentation gone awry, a reminder of the days when I was yet young and reckless. I thought him sealed away for good, but it seems time has a way of unearthing the shame we bury. When he spoke of my mother, he looked at you with venom in his eyes, blamed you for her death. Tell me, was he right to do so? Yeah, we're just here. Warrior of Light like, yeah, tell him! His words were but ramblings of a tortured mind. The hatred and despair he endures has warped his view of the world irreparably. He must be put to rest. If he succeeds in breaching Pandemonium's protective wards, he shall invite disaster onto our star. As chief keyword of Pandemonium, it is my duty to decide the proper course of action. As such, I declare that all research shall be summarily abandoned and the facility destroyed. Oh, you would leave the other warders to their doom? It is no surprise that you would choose annihilation of Pandemonium if its existence posed even the remotest risk to our people. Yet, as you can see by Eric Thonius' response, the decision is somewhat more nuanced than that. Azem and I grappled with this conundrum for some time, in fact. That is precisely why I chose to involve myself directly. 'Twas the only way I could truly determine the best solution. You need not trouble yourself with that further. The chief keyword must prevent the worst from occurring, no matter the cost. Your feelings, Elidibus, are of no consequence. Have you taken even a moment to consider another path? No? You spared nary a thought for aught but yourself and your duty. You have no idea of the trials we have endured, the foes that Inucio has stood against. Hi. I whoop your ass in the future. Inucio, is it? A being of such aether as I have never seen. What are you? She is the guiding star that shall lead us safely through this. Thanks to her stout arm and steadfast courage, we have subdued the mythic creations and returned them to themselves. Speaking of which, I would hear your opinion, Inucio. As outsiders, we are in a unique position to look upon circumstances with our vision unclouded by attachment. I think it's too soon to give up on saving others. We need to get to the heart of this, Pandemonium and figure out what's going on. As Elidibus, I am duty-bound to assess the matter from a position of impartiality. Impartiality? My opinion as Themis can carry no weight. You understand what that means, yes? I do. Even so, you've walked with us all this time. Seen what we've seen. Based on that alone, I trust that you'll find the best way forward. Very well. Then in my capacity as emissary, I shall state my judgment. At present, there are merits both in destroying Pandemonium outright and in taking time to rescue its researchers, and neither is yet an impossible task. Therefore, I judge that the most measured choice would be to continue upon our present course. We delve into Abyssos, entering any mythic creations we encounter along the way. I would ask that you see our capabilities firsthand and only then decide if our endeavor is futile. If such is the will of the emissary, then I shall obey. However, if indeed I find your strength to be lacking, I trust there will be no objections in the immediate destruction of Pandemonium. You needn't worry about that. We won't fail. You are bolder than I remember, and you're even more tedious than I remember. Inucio, come find me when you're finished. Ooh, angsty. Also, I feel like just like blowing up Pandemonium without knowing what's inside is really dangerous. I can't believe nobody's talking about that. All I was told of my mother's death was that she perished in an accident. No one would say more. It was almost as if they feared saying more, in fact. Even if it was not La Habrea that dealt the fatal blow, we've seen with our own eyes how quickly he can condemn others to die. I only wish to know what befell her. Does the La Habrea, you know, have any regard for the lives of others, or will he carry out his duty with another's blood on his hands? He once used my ally as a vessel for his untwisted ends. He always was a man who worked from the shadows. I have no idea what he might be like in this age. All of those are true. I should be honest though and tell him that he fucking used Thancred. What would possess him to do that? Even for La Habrea, such an act would be a black mark against him if it were made known. I can't imagine how much your ally suffered, but it is plain there is much to consider. Thank you, Inucio. It's easy for me to get carried away by emotion where he's concerned. We should focus on the task at hand. Oh, fuck. I right-clicked on accident. Your unusual aether does not mark you as a familiar. It is unlike anything I have seen, even among the countless concepts I have observed. To think that I would encounter an existence I could not create by my own hand. Azem never ceases to surprise. When do I get this pose? Wait a second. When do I get to do this? I want this idol. I sense no creations of note. Perhaps they have been made into fodder for experimentation, or perhaps they have been transferred to the deeper circles. Yet Hephaestus would never allow you safe passage. He has left a trial for you to overcome. I speak of Hegemony. Hegemony? Hegemony. Keyword of Abyssos. Although her presence is stained with marks of corruption, it is unmistakable. I knew her as a woman gifted in magic and blessed with a highly logical mind. While I can sense those qualities within her still, there is something else at work. If I had to hazard a guess, I would say that's because she's already been twisted into a Hemetheos, doubtlessly against her will. We must rescue her from that cruel fate, and if we cannot, we can at least seal her away until we find a means to undo the damage. Your allies make you bold, Erichthonios. I very much look forward to seeing how far they carry you. They're so mad at each other. I wonder if we're gonna fight Hegemony now. Oh, we are! Oh, I thought this was gonna be the last floor. We straight up just walk into her. Okay. Oh my god, the Persona music, dude. Whoa. Big arena. The music, though! BGM 100, let's go. Oh my god, the song! It's so good! Alright, let's pay attention to cast and everything. Etheric Poly. Okay, some of the tiles are marked. Holy shit, this song! Koros Ixo. Yeah, the balls on the side were showing where she was going to cleave. Koros Ixo again. She's doing front back. Wow, this song is so good. Dark 4. Raid wide? Yes, raid wide. Transmission. Looks like some tanks and DPS are selected. Host to a Glossal Parasite, which will take control once the effect expires. Stillness, maybe? Out of control. Oh! You're gonna cleave in front of you wherever you're at. Don't look at people. Oh, cool. Okay, yeah, everybody gets it. Awesome. Double tank buster? Dude, this song fucking owns! These are the markers that dropped at the beginning. Looks like these back here are safe. Koros Ixo. Oh, front back, front back, front back. Strophe. Oh, be on her sides, be on her sides. Her head and her knife thing were glowing. That was one full rotation, 360. Looks like everyone's getting selected now. 20 seconds on the timer. Koros Ixo. Front back, front back. Those are gonna be instant and savage. We're gaming. Good job. Also, the tanks had a bleed on them from the Buster, I think. Ethereal Exchange. Oh, those are gonna flip. This is gonna be safe here. Get on the non-safe tile. Oh, that's gonna be so cool. Oh, that's gonna be a cool... Okay, so warping the nature of the next action. So the next action is gonna be the opposite of what she does. So here, this one I'm on is safe. That's so rad. All the way over here. All the way over here. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so hard and savage. Because I bet there's going to be more Sigmas on the ground while she's spinning instead of just one. Oh, fuck, dude. Also, I appreciate that you can hit the both positionals during that mechanic. Sick, dude. What a cool fight. Yeah, that was the second. That was the second floor. I have no idea what the fourth is going to be now. I wonder if it's going to be Hephaestus. Because that was the keyword for this, for Abyssos. I bet you the tree's next. But what the fuck is the last one going to be? Monkas. Servant of Violence. Yeah, this looks like the tree arena. I can see the branches and stuff. Erichthonios seems eager to dispel La Habrea's doubts. Our plan was a success, although I hardly need to tell you that. Hegemony has been sealed away, and now you have no choice but to admit the merit in our methods. You have the right of it. I am not so petty as to deny the achievements of those I've squabbled with, no matter how strongly we disagree. Moreover, this being, Aether, as thin as retreating mist, unable to wield creation magics, yet powerful enough to subdue Hemetheos, has made this ordeal far more interesting. Then we have leave to continue. As for that, there is one among you whose very presence puts the others at risk. It would be best to proceed without him, for failure would have consequences that reach far beyond pandemonium. A warder who cannot even conduct his duty without aid. In this place, hope alone is not enough to overcome what awaits you. A single misstep will send you all to their doom. Hope has brought us this far. It drives us to seek the right path, and to act before that path lies close to us. Then tell me, what is it you hope for? Find out what happened to Mom, right? To see Hephaestus in chains, that's the surest way to prevent further sacrifices. I'm aware that destroying Pandemonium would rid us of him, but the cost is far too great. And I admit, I wish to know how he means to resurrect Athena. And there we have it. You must leave this place at once, and do not think to set a foot in Pandemonium again. You are capable, that much is plain. Yet Hephaestus cannot be suffered to live, and I shall not allow his talk of resurrection to poison mine or anyone else's mind. I cannot be ignorant to the folly of Hephaestus' words. Even were he to breathe life into a body, the soul contained within would not be your mother's. What if our knowledge is imperfect? What if Hephaestus has discovered something that no one else has? I have already explained that he is merely my twisted reflection. Is it worth bringing back your mother, if it means others are used and discarded like tools? Is it worth it to see her once more? Now, you measure the worth of your colleagues' lives. What was that foolish braying about saving them? Merely a performance to hide your childish devotion to your mother? Please, such barbs will get us nowhere. We should first discuss... Oh, he's about to pop off. You would call me fool? You, who murdered your wife in service of your ambition? For the sake of the star, no doubt. Uh-oh. Ugh, I can hear it again. That voice inside my head. I know who to follow. Hephaestus. Father. Mother. Oh, I love you so. And this voice will guide me to you. What the fuck? Oh, no. No, listen not, Erichthonios. Eric, no! Hephaestus is cunning despite his warped mind. Whatever took hold of Erichthonios, it made short work of his reason. From the moment he laid eyes upon me, I could sense his hatred and rage simmering below the surface. It was but a matter of time until it spilled forth, and that was when he fell to the spell's embrace. And there was something else besides. Did you not feel the presence of another? Blah 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 blah. As I thought, someone was trying to warn Erichthonios, but whom? Could it have been one of the keywords? The way forward is clear, La Habrea. Pray tell us all you know of what we shall find beyond Abyssos. I can only assume one more keyword lies in wait. The deepest level of Pandemonium is called Tartaros, and your passage shall be challenged not only by a keyword. Hephaestus has laid traps in every corner of its halls. You have no hope of surviving far past the threshold. That, I expect, is where Anusio shall shine. However, clarity will be indispensable to our success, and I'm afraid I must insist upon it ere we depart. We have yet to discern to what end Hephaestus would use Erichthonios. If you know, I would ask that you enlighten us. And then there's the matter of Athena. Why do you so fiercely rebuke Erichthonios' feelings for his mother? While I understand the very thought of resurrecting the dead is anathema, you act as if grief over her passing should be equally so. How are we to grapple with what plagues our friend and drives our foe to refuse you to acknowledge it? I do acknowledge it. I wish only to spare those that feel it still greater pain. Did you mean to protect Eric with your silence? So instead of being honest, you bicker like a child. These are so petty. How dare you? No, you are right. The blame for Ericthonius' fate rests squarely on my shoulders. Very well. I shall lay bare the truth, but only after the foe before us has been laid low. Ooh, he's gonna tell us what happened. The remaining keyword is Agdistis. She has served in Pandemonium since its inception, and her affinity for magic is peerless even among the keywords. Hephaestus knows what losing her would mean. Losing her would mean the end of his experiments. He has hidden her in a space unreachable by conventional means. But your presence makes mockery of such barriers. The scarcity of your aether means it will be trivial to send you directly to Agdistis. Aggie? I'm just going to call her Aggie. From afar, I shall do my best to provide you with ground on which to fight and phantom allies to aid you. As for the internment, I have yet to think of a foolproof method. Internment shall not be necessary. From here I can sense Aggie's essence, but it is scarcely recognizable. Hephaestus was more ambitious with her than he was with hegemony. She has been transfigured such that barely a scantling of herself remains. We can but take comfort in what... Oh, fucking God. Clicking. Does he want to kill... He wants us to kill it, I guess? We can take but comfort in what the underworld will bring her. Yeah, I think we're basically just killing... We're killing her. We don't need to get her back because she's too far gone. All right, let's see this whack-ass arena. It looked like a triangle made out of 3 circles in the live letter. Oh, God. I can get used to this song being the song for all the fights. I'm not gonna lie. Better than that stupid piano from Asmodeus. Oh, it's just a circle. Look at that boss ring. Holy cow. Bow of Attis? Bow of Attis. Oh, his arms were raised. Or her arms were raised. Oh, I bet the other one's gonna go forward. Holy, it's probably a raid wide. Oh, spread. Glare? I guess Aggie was a white mage? In? Oh, forward? Forward, 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 forward. Yeah. That hurts. Oh, the arena split. Oh, boy. Okay, there's chains. Okay, this is the arena I saw. Bow of Attis. Back, 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 back. We have to go this way. We have to go this way. Tank busters? Spark of life. Raid wide with the bleed. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Forbidden fruit. Sides, maybe? Oh, I'm gonna be in between. Yeah. Oh, exit flares. This way. Forbidden fruit again. Ads. Might be different ads this time. They're probably gonna spawn a different kind of ad. I bet there'll be ring AoEs this time. Birds. I'm gonna stand on top of one. Oh, they're line AoEs. Wait, what? Oh, we had to wait. Oh God, I almost jumped in. Forbidden fruits. Those are gonna AoE blow up the ads. Get into a safe spot. This hurts a lot, by the way. Birds, they're gonna shoot in those directions. Oh my God! Tank busters. Are they both getting autoed? They are. Doggies. Wait, those are towers. I'm going to this one. I'm going to this one. I like this platform. Oh, that raid wide is crazy. Oh, the bleed. Oh, it's doing it again. Ads, they're on the edge this time. One of them's on the edge. Okay, just because I want to see if it's possible. Okay, he can. Gotta test it out. Nice. That's cool. When am I gonna get a boss that'll let me gap closer across gaps? Oh, it was talking. If you will not leave, then you shall become mine. I am Agdistis? Yes, and this is my vessel. Have I been gifted the new test subjects? She means to send you plummeting into the abyss. Allow me to soften your landing. Perhaps you require more room for heroics. Oh, was La Habrea making the platforms for us? Gone from sight and suffer. Leave me to my research or become... Oh, she was trying to graft us. Unfit even for grafting. The moment Aggie was slain, the flow of aether and pandemonium focused keenly on this location, creating a tunnel of sorts through which we could quickly convey ourselves. So it's almost as if we were ushered here. The space was created with care and concealed with powerful wards. Only a keyword would have been able to detect it, and even then with great difficulty, ergo. If only I could restore Tartaros to order, but I am afraid this is the most I can manage with such power as remains to me. Oh, she's pretty! It has been too long, Master La Habrea. I should not be surprised you were able to break free of Hephaestus' spells, even diminished as you were. his curses dig into one's heart, creating a storm of emotions that is all too easy to become lost in. Only by chance did a fragment of myself remain, illuminating a path through the madness. And thus I am able to appear before you now. Even while my body was powerless to resist Hephaestus' commands, some small part of my logical mind stood alone in defiance. It even managed to speak to the outside world. The report! That was you! Well, doubtless you recognized my voice from many times. I have called out to you. The hope that those pleas would not fall on deaf ears was all that kept me from succumbing to the hopelessness. There is something you must know, that the tragedies of the past do not repeat in the present. Yeah, I think Aggie was the voice we were listening to, not Athena. Forgive me for what I am about to do, Master Lahabrea, but the story must be told. 'Tis the only way to understand Hephaestus' fixation on Erichthonios. No longer can you hide your heart away. Oh? To Aggie and Hephaestus. Master Lahabrea had brought an end to Lady Athena's life and sealed away a part of his memories and emotions within Hephaestus. These are my recollections of the moments following. Oh! Lahabrea killed Athena and then sealed away part of his memories and emotions in Hephaestus. What? And you truly have no intention of revealing the truth to Erichthonios. Lahabrea, my lesser half is now buried where none can find it. It would be wise to do the same with our memory of this day. Blood should not sway the spirit so, but Athena's teachings have warped the boy. I fear he would see our star burn to keep his mother safe. Erichthonios believes that he feels love, but he is shackled by dependence. He could not bear the truth. He will seek answers about his mother's loss, which shall inevitably lead him to you. Are you willing to accept the blame for Athena's death? Are you willing to accept your son's hatred? If that is what comes to pass, then so be it. Better to be burdened with hatred than the knowledge that Athena thought his body and soul mere tools to be used and discarded. Did Athena resent him? Even were I to tell him what his mother plotted, he would ever seek reasons to believe that the true fault lies with me or with him. Should he merely hate me, he will remain unfettered by doubt, free to serve the star from his parents' shadow. Athena will be the 12th boss for sure. Yeah. I've got a feeling we could have a Hephaestus floor 11, Athena floor 12. Erichthonios loved his mother more than life itself, and yet, what a dreadful truth you've borne all this time. What I have revealed to you is but a small portion of a larger picture. I shall leave it to Lahabrea to paint the rest for you. And for Erichthonios, I hope. She's so pretty, dude. I love Aggie. Hephaestus has doubtless sensed that his final keyword has fallen. We should return to the surface before he moves to strike us here. If we are to face him, we must be prepared to bring our full strength to bear. Oh, maybe we're gonna fight him now. That would make sense. One final wish. Lahabrea would speak further of Athena's fate. Oh man. What the hell? The vision you saw told the story far more eloquently than I ever could. Athena was consumed by her research and was willing to sacrifice her own child if it hastened her progress. Oh. She did not offer him a position here out of a sense of love or pride. 'Twas merely because she knew he would be the most pliable test subject. Unfortunately, it seems not even her death has ensured his safety. Hephaestus has taken up Athena's research and succeeded in creating a hematheoi. I know not what his ultimate end is, but 'tis plan it is connected with the resurrection of Athena. Oh. That knowledge alone is sufficient to direct our next course of action. As for the rest of your story, we shall hear it after we return to Erichthonios to safety, in accordance with Aggie's last wish. There's but one place left for him to find refuge, the Black Heart of Tartaros, where Athena built her testing compound. However, I wish to deal the final blow to Hephaestus myself. There's no need to dirty your hands with such a deed. The presence I felt when I encountered Hephaestus bore little resemblance to the entity I created. By his own hand, he has become something far more wicked, and the same magics that once shackled him may very well shatter before the power he wields. On my pride as a researcher, I am loath to repeat the same mistake twice. I would not see these events play out again, and so he must be extinguished. Makes sense. Oh, it just opens. All right, here we go. We get to see it. Sounds like it's gonna be Hephaestus. Let's hope that this new music is banger. We need big banger. What if he's like a big blacksmith, like the Greek mythology? You know, I think he's gonna transform for sure, but into what, we don't know. Oh, there's like DNA in the background.
Erichthonios is mine, heart and soul, and with your death, none will be left to stop me.
What the? Perfect imperfection. Oh shit! Banger! Ooh! He's like a big wolf guy. He's like got like claws and shit. Look at him. All right, eat food. Let's go.
Rest eternal in the dark depths of this
Ooh, voice acting in the fight. Let's go. Genesis of Flame. Maybe a raid wide? Raid wide. Auto sensors.
Ocean flame my servant's rise.
Sun Force. He's got a dragon. What the fuck?
Out of my sight.
Okay, Fire Dragon is sides. He's got an eagle now. In? Yeah. Dragon sides, eagle in. Yo, this song. Reforged Reflection. Oh my god, this song's so cool. What the fuck? Ew! Blazing Footfalls. Oh, wait, we're gonna get knocked back from the... Okay, we have to get knocked back to the middle over here. He's untargetable. Those deal pretty big damage. He looks like Ultima right now. Yeah. What the fuck, dude? And the music changes back. Is he gonna turn into something else now? Foretold Fires. Or Fourfold Fires. Proximity under the boss. Hey, I know this song. What are those doing? Go through? Sides. Oh no! Oh, the dragons went into those. Wait, what? Oh no! I didn't see which ones of those were selected. Byakko? Oh, we gotta look away from wherever those come up. Interesting. Oh, they're ads now. They're casting something. Kill him quick. Kill him quick. Ectothermos. That's what I put my soup in to keep it warm, bruh. Oh, the solo, though. Volcanic torches. Okay. There's things north. They're moving. Oh, they're making traps. Get out of them. This side. Over here. North side. Spread. Fourfold Fires again. Okay, the south ones are blowing up first. All right, watch which ones he blows up next, I guess. Oh, the dragons move into them. Oh, I see. I see. Torches. There's a torch. There's two torches. The north ones are blowing up. Here's it. Flare? Is that a raid wide? Oh, spread. Sides. Dude, this is cool. This is really cool. Damn. Oh, that's gonna be a really cool fight in Savage. Awesome. All right, let's see what happens. The chain of events that led to this moment began with my error. When out of mercy, I confined you here. Now I break it and leave no trace of you behind. This is not over. Teacher, I have question. Even a cast-off would uphold his pride, though such an impulse must speak to the overwhelming arrogance of my other half. The name Hephaestus shall grow to eclipse yours. None shall remember the deeds of La Habrea once I fulfill Athena's ambition and bring Ericthonios' dream to life. You speak as if you care a whit for the boy. Why then do you cower behind him? There are some desires which must not be realized. Athena would see the world destroyed if it meant she could find hers in the ruins. As for Ericthonios, he knows not what his wish would beget, a truth which you have hidden from him. Do you truly believe a father's role is to deceive and manipulate? My wish? You would claim the name Hephaestus and call yourself his father, yet you would blind his mind and body in dark chains. Your words and your pride ring hollow. Athena wanted her son by her side, and he desires to return there. What wickedness is there in mending a broken family? Athena cared not for Ericthonios, beyond how he could serve her ends. As I ushered Athena to her end, I vowed my sole mission in life would be to guide this star true. In service to that vow, I silenced the whispers of my heart. I could not nurture a son whilst an entire world looked to me for guidance. For that choice, I bear the responsibility. Yet he is still my son, and I'll not suffer you to seduce him with false hope. You, who are not but the bitter dregs of Athena and I, the very worst of us. Mother, no. Then how do I? Come back to us! I hear you. I owe you, and Themis an apology. Athena, did you ever... In La Habrea, I will have my say. Yo! Beast mode! How? His mind was mine. I can't explain. Nuccia's words reached me through the haze. They rang loud and clear, as did the words of another, in a voice much like yours but resounding with truth. Yo! How? When did you master these bonds? He did it! He can hold the spell! Oh, we've endured much worse. Yo, the teamwork! You worthless! You! Get chained, biatch! Nice. Gasp! You did well, son. With Hephaestus' essence contained in this crystal, we may safely return it to Erichthonios above. We may safely return Erichthonios above. That he would bind Hephaestus with only half his senses intact. You quite understated his adeptness in the art of internment. It was hardly what I had in mind, but a feat deserving of praise nonetheless. So where the hell does the story go next? Well, I guess we're about to find out. Something's probably going to happen here. There's got to be more keywords deeper down that we have to go save, I think, is probably what's going to happen. I no longer sense Hephaestus, and the force assailing Pandemonium's barriers has ceased. Yeah, we whooped his ass. Despite his muddled senses, Erichthonios felt that to seal Hephaestus away was the proper course. It wasn't so noble as that. I only knew something had to be done, so I acted. La Habrea. Was that how you dealt with Hephaestus in the past? Indeed. He was not but the parts of the memory and soul that I had cut away. A mass of aether without material vessel. Storing his essence within a crystal was the most logical choice. On that matter, I believe the time has come for you to share the rest of your tale of Hephaestus' creation at Athena's end. I would hear the whole truth. I want to know what happened here and what drove Athena to act as she did. I'm ready. Here we go. Athena's brilliance outshone us all. Even the other members of the Words of La Habrea were as children in comparison. So dedicated to research was she that it was not unheard of for her to forget meals or even sleep. Her mind was ever grasping for knowledge, and it was in this endless search that she became obsessed with uncovering the secrets of life. While we can conceive life in various forms, the means of creating a soul are beyond our ken. Similarly, though we can enhance and alter our physical vessels, we have ever been bound to them. Athena's purpose was to shatter these limitations. Such limitations as we were not meant to surpass, she sought to enter the realm of the gods. Scarce few have the ability to comprehend what such a task entails, let alone the courage to attempt it. For most, the thought would be an idle fancy, considered once and then discarded. Not so for Athena. As the leader of the Words of La Habrea, I spoke with her often about the transcending of our being. From an academic perspective, the challenge has plagued countless researchers through the ages. It was during these musings that I began to formulate a theory, a means by which a person could meld with a creation. The weaknesses of one would be mitigated by the strengths of the other, and the result could be something greater than we have ever imagined. Although it was but a theory, Athena insisted I develop it further. Curious about every detail along the way, our conversations became more frequent, and our platonic relationships grew into something much more. I take it I was born not soon after. Just so. I believe she bore true affection for me, and was blind to her hidden intentions. When Pandemonium was built, and she requested to lead the researchers, I saw no reason to deny her. Even setting aside our relationship, her accomplishments as a scholar made her the obvious choice. However, in giving her Pandemonium, I also gave her free rein to conduct whatsoever experiments she could devise. When you found out what she was doing, you killed her. I made haste to Pandemonium the moment I learned of these hidden chambers. I left Aggie to keep watch from Tartarus' vestibule as I ventured deeper, knowing not what would await me. As for what occurred next, 'tis best to see with your own eyes. Oh? You are well aware that our respect for our neighbors in Elpis, the researchers of Pandemonium, are not to be masked. Yet you stand before me with your face covered. What petty defiance is this? What indeed, so quick you are to rebuke me, though you yourself have not set foot in these halls since their inception. I wonder if this is Athena. by the way. I wonder if that's Athena. Isn't Athena dead? You don't know anything. You don't know anything about what's happening right now. Don't you dare say that. Don't you even pretend to act like you know who's dead and alive in this world. How dare you? According to Ericthonius, she's dead. What did I just say with my mouth? This content isn't even out yet. You haven't even heard the story. You haven't even done this. You can't just say someone's dead when we're theorizing it's a person who we don't even know it is yet. Dude, if Athena comes back in the story, all you motherfuckers better come back to my stream and apologize and tell me how smart I am. You know how good it feels to be right about something? You know how good it feels? I have to go back to that live letter VOD that we did a while ago where we saw this face and I said that was Athena and nobody fucking believed me. You must have known you could not conceal this from myself and Aggie forever. As well, you know that I cannot allow it to continue. I shall say this but once, release Ericthonius, else I should have no choice to strike you down. Would meet my end at the ends of none other. However, ere my time has come, I will have you know the why of it. Once you understand what has driven me this far, you shall see that stopping was never an option. The feelings of one weigh little against the needs of the entire star. Of course, of that I am well aware, but you did not deign to descend from your lofty heights simply to lecture me as you would a child. You have an interest in my motivations. What possessed Athena, peerless researcher and mother to the son of the great La Habrea, to embark upon the path to her downfall? History will demand an answer, but it is you who deserves one. Give me your hand, La Habrea. Possible? You bonded your souls? Aye. That the boundaries between us would cease to be. She offered me everything to be understood. I found myself unable to refuse. At that moment, my mind was a storm of questions, yet one roared the loudest. Did Athena ever truly love me? Yep, Ascian Prime, right? Can you feel it? My heart, all that I am. Yes, as if it were my own. A fathomless desire to dissect the mysteries of life, to transcend our mortal flesh and bleed into a higher plane of existence. An unquenchable thirst for knowledge, not a single thought spared for another, for the star. What is known cannot be unknown. You have beheld my life's work. Try as you might to excise the memory, the seed of desire remains, and when it takes root, you too shall be consumed by the selfsame fervor. I will dig it out. I will dispense with the corruption in my soul ere your rotten insight spreads. Based. La Habrea Giga Chad. 'Twas my weakness that let this wickedness fester, but never again. Today I cast aside fickle emotion and abide in duty alone. Today I renounce all that I was and live only as La Habrea. Awesome! Dude! And that's how Hephaestus was made. He literally split himself, right? Cool! Thus did I forsake the part of myself that had been polluted by Athena, sealing it within a crystal. Never did I think I would one day face those memories made flesh. Forgive my bluntness, but your actions bordered on insanity. To go to such lengths to escape your memories. You nearly rewrote your very existence. Rest assured the change did not go unnoticed by our colleagues in the convocation. Igyorm and Emmett, in particular, made plain the suspicions they harbored. As well they should have. That you escaped with your life was nothing short of a miracle. Why didn't you destroy the crystal then and there? Did you think to one day make use of the knowledge it contained? I will not deny such considerations played into my decision, but my main motivation was fear. I'd never attempted such a feat before. Yeah, he sundered himself, like, on the spot. That's kind of crazy. The crystal was my sole recourse should something go awry with the remainder of my soul. In hindsight, to cling to it was a mistake born of doubt. Athena must have anticipated that I would resort to such measures and prepared a vessel beforehand that would accept the dregs of my soul. Ah, yeah, I was wondering how that crystal came to be, like, a thing afterwards. Hephaestus doubtless believed he was performing his duty as a husband and father should, yet in truth, he was but a puppet being pulled to and fro by Athena's desires. His goal was not to raise himself high. He thought only of seeing his dear Athena live again, that she might finish what she began. Yet for all of that, he and I were alike. We yet shared a fatal flaw, you see. Our need for control blinded us to other perspectives. What say you now? Does La Habrea speak true? Yeah. Yes, and now it's your turn to do the same. True. I just want to know one thing. Did you truly believe that hiding the truth was best for me, even knowing how I felt about my mother? La Habrea I know had a fatal flaw after all. I'm still not convinced. I've said all that I can say. Now it is for you to choose to believe me or not. La Habrea I know holds duty above all else. I would sooner prostrate myself before an erupting volcano than place my fickle emotions in his path. When you return to the surface, you'll doubtless don the mask once more. So before we climb out of this forsaken pit, I suppose I should say, thank you, Hephaestus. And Nuccio looking at Themis like, yeah, so how many of you think that Athena's gonna get resurrected somehow, and then that's gonna be the 12th fight? But what's gonna go wrong? Unless there's like an unnamed like villain still somewhere in Pandemonium, then I think it's gotta be something with Claudian, maybe? I love this raid story, dude. Oh my god. Did we just destroy Hephaestus, or did we seal him away into a crystal again? Why didn't we smash it? That's probably what's gonna happen. I intend to destroy the crystal containing Hephaestus' essence, that this mistake never again repeats. I see no reason to gainsay your judgment. Yep, you better destroy that shit quick. There's yet another matter of your crystal, however. Truth be told, I had not considered its origin until I saw the one containing Hephaestus' aether. I was struck by how wholly different they were. There is another? Yep. While imbuing a crystal with memories is a simple process, storing a message, a warning even, would be something altogether more complex. This also means that someone besides the present company, and Azem, was aware of the plot unfolding within Pandemonium. Perhaps it was one of the other warders. We shall question them after they are freed. Ooh. Return at your leisure, and we shall share our results then. You've done more than enough for the time being. Leave the loose ends to us, and continue upon your journey. Or if you are so inclined, take a much-needed repose. This talk of journeys smacks of Azem. I guess I head back and see if Claudian's back yet. Whoa, wait! Awesome! That's the normal mode. The normal mode has the cool circle. Look at the fucking art for it. If I didn't give a fuck about Biss, I'd be wearing that right now. Oh, it's so awesome! Excuse me if I'm not my usual chipper self, but we have not been without our difficulties in your absence. Communication with the airship Professor Claudian commissioned for his search was lost some time ago. Uh-oh. And now we have quite lost track of where he might be. That's bad. And to make matters worse, Nemgigi has just sent word of an unusually large amount of energy coming from somewhere within the ethereal sea. Uh-oh. I was just on my way to the Aetioscope. In fact, please, you must come with me. God. Oh, no. Oh, that's bad. Oh, God. What is that? Is it real? Yeah, the raid's gonna continue in the present. Why is that? Whenever danger visits the world, you are never far behind. Oh, hey. I swear it wasn't me. As you arrive before me, I take it you are involved in this. Damn it. I would thank you to furnish me with an explanation. Yeah, that's really bad. That needs to not be here. I feel like fucking with the crystals made whatever's inside Pandemonium, find us. While the research summary you submitted to the forum gave us no cause for concern, these details are alarming. The professor's last message indicated he was on his way to Aziz's Law, but we know not whether he ever reached his destination. As for that unsightly fortress which materialized in the ethereal sea, Pandemonium was it? It cannot be left alone. For the time being, information regarding this matter must be strictly controlled so as to minimize panic. We will gather those with knowledge of the ethereal sea and continue monitoring it for further irregularities. At present, we have far more questions than answers. Nevertheless, I would ask for your assistance at such a time that our investigation has concluded. I told you it was going to be bad to send him off by himself, dude. Pray get what rest your responsibilities will allow. Next we call upon you, I wager we shall need you in prime condition. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.